Everyone knows that Michigan Tech plays in the John MacInnes Student Ice Arena, but not everyone knows who John MacInnes was.
One thing about John, he treated everybody the same. You know, you weren't, there were no superstars on the team, and it wasn't all about individuals, it was always a team.
He cared. You know, he cared about his players. He wanted you to do well in school, and you did. You didn't really have much of a choice because that's the way it was. But I mean, these are things that are laid down from the beginning of his coaching career and his philosophies and things like that.
Well, John was a really special guy, as we all know. Not only from a hockey standpoint, you know, obviously a great hockey coach, his record stands alone, but also from the life lessons that both he and Jerry MacInnes taught us all. You know, about becoming men, doing things the proper way. That's probably the biggest takeaway I take from John MacInnes.
I can't even tell you what John's systems were. I don't know what our defensive systems were. I don't know how we forechecked, but I just remember John being a person that you just wanted to play your heart out for. And he was that kind of man. And he developed leaders. And so as leaders, we have gone out, many in the hockey world, but many in the business world, and have applied the same principles that John taught us about hard work, being fair, treating people right, and good things will happen. So his legacy goes way beyond here. It's all over the world, really.
After 26 years as Tech's head coach, MacInnes retired in 1982 as the winningest coach in college hockey. He had 555 wins, 3 NCAA championships, and 7 WCHA titles. He was twice named the NCAA Coach of the Year and 6 times the WCHA Coach of the Year after the Huskies never missed the league playoffs during his time on the bench.
When I came to Michigan Tech, John MacInnes used to say the best game is a 1-0 or 2-1 game. Okay, and then 4 years later we win a national championship, 9-5 and 6-1. And you want to talk about a guy that had the ability to see talent and adapt to talent. He didn't make us play 2-1 hockey. And in fact, it got down to the end where it was like, okay, if the horses are running, run, and just make sure we win.
One of the things that really helped me in my career was the fact that he made sure we played a good defensive system. You know, we played against Michigan State, and I remember they used to have guys floating out by the red line, you know, trying to get goals by that long pass, and he stressed, take care of your own end, you know, play good defensively, and, you know, because of that, I was able to move on to the next level, and I was a good offensive player, but I was a really good defensive player. And you know, that was attributed to John making sure that that's how we played.
Of all of his accomplishments, MacInnes was most proud of the fact that 94% of his hockey letter winners graduated with degrees. Tech's annual team award for scholastic achievement is called the John MacInnes Slide Rule Award.
I went into teaching and coaching after I finished up here, and I'll tell you, I would tell stories to my players about John MacInnes, and here's why we're doing this. This is proven. You know, the guy had a great track record, he had a great coaching career, but just an outstanding individual. And of course his wife Jerry, you know, as a team, they were just great people.
Michigan Tech hosts Bemidji State for its annual Winter Carnival Series on February 9th and 10th. The total goal winner of the series will receive the MacInnes Cup. The Great Lakes Invitational MVP trophy is also named after MacInnes, after he co-founded the tournament in 1965.
So just before you go on the ice, when really the atmosphere is the most emotionally charged, John would ask us to take a moment to really focus our emotions, think about the task at hand, and some guys, you know, probably said a little prayer as well. So I think that was a brilliant move. I've never seen another coach do it, and I think it was just a perfect way to go and start a game.
Since 1983, the American Hockey Coaches Association announces annually the John MacInnes Award, recognizing those people who have shown a great concern for amateur hockey and youth programs.
I believe that you should play the game up to your ability and play as well as you can, and let the chips fall where they may. A win to me isn't that important and never has been. In fact, I have given my team many times a verbal abuse after a game, after a win, and the opposite after a loss, simply because when I measure my team against the opponent, if they have performed hard and well and within our system, whether they win or lose, it's not that important to me.
MacInnes passed away in March of 1983, but has left a legacy never to be forgotten.